Welcome to my world. We're going to clean up this room today. We're going to get it scrubbed down, the floor swept and mopped. My kid is in college, fully moved in. We're going to get it cleaned up. When they come home from Thanksgiving, they'll be able to sleep in here. Same thing with Christmas break and spring break and summer vacation. But in between, Mom's going to take over the room and use it to do voiceovers for the channel, PR work, and make it guest room / office. If you're new, look for that subscribe button and smash on it. We're going to deep clean this room today. I'm going to start by taking everything out of it except for the bed. And we're going to get rid of the dresser and the little black stand that you see on the right hand side with the water bottle on it. Because the TV went to college with them, we're going to eventually upgrade their TV to a Roku so they can watch programs and other things, as well as do video games in between classes and relaxing and chilling. Let's get started. Alrighty, let's reset this room with a redo and a deep clean. Gonna start by removing the blanket and the pillow off the bed, unplugging my phone cord, and removing the garbage can and the smaller items first. And I'm gonna clear off the black TV stand and move the purple chest of drawers, which we'll keep and put into the closet. My kid may want it when they have their first apartment after college, or if they get an apartment eventually and move out of the dorm rooms. The dorm rooms were very nice. They were air conditioned, and they had a bathroom right in the dorm room with a shower. So I was really impressed with New Paltz University. That was my kids' Wii. They didn't bring it. I'm going to put it with the wires that were there because I think they go together. This is just big and bulky and doesn't fit the room, but it was useful for the purpose when my kid was living in here. Make sure that they get their poppet. I'm going to keep one of the door hangers, the one that my kid made with the yellow paint on it and the stickers and pictures that they drew on it. Now we're going to sweep this side of the room first. Make sure everything is up from behind the door. And then we're going to mop in here. We're going to do one side first and then do the opposite side. It's the best way to do this room. Got my Swiffer wet from Dollar Tree. And I got the Scrub Buddies mop heads here. Just put it on. And then glide and spray. I love this thing from the Dollar Tree. I don't like spending a ton of money on the Swiffer name brand. And you're saving money by buying the Dollar Tree ones. You gotta be careful because it's a little wet. Put one of the bookcases over here. This one's gonna go in the closet for the meantime. And we're gonna get the dresser out of here. This dresser my kids had their whole life. When they get their apartment, we're gonna be buying them a new dresser for the apartment so they don't have to have this hand-me-down. I'm going to put it there for a second in the doorway and then sweep behind it so I can get the mopping over here done as well. Got the Swiffer wet. I'm going to mop on the side and then we're going to move the bed. I like to change the camera angles so you can see what I'm doing. Get that all the way into the closet now. I got that at a craft store probably 30 years ago. It's a nice piece of wood. I think it's pine. Just push the camera back out of the way. The other one I found in a dump about 30 years ago, and it's been with me ever since. I've had it everywhere in these apartments, but for the past 5 years it's been in this bedroom housing video games. Now it's just going to be a display shelving unit with some of my knickknacks, which I'll bring from the TV room and pull into here so I can declutter the TV room with some of the knickknacks. The bed fits nicely snug in this corner. Now we're going to focus on the floor and sweep over here. My kid's not that bad when it comes to mess. My 12-year-old is the messy one. That's why we do their room every so often to keep it clean in there. We'll be doing that room again once they go back to school and deep cleaning it. Sweep it up, and then we're going to mop on this side. I'm also going to pull a rug from the TV room into here to break up the wood, and then we're going to pick out a new rug at Five Below because I got a nice selection in for the TV room and kind of spruce it up a little bit. I'll still be sitting out in the TV area watching TV during the day and relaxing in here to have my own little place to hide away in. I'm going to move the bookcase over to the opposite side of the window. The air conditioner in the window will be removed and discarded because it is old, doesn't really work very well anymore. And we'll bring the one out from the TV room into this room. Now we're going to look up at the ceiling. I found some cobwebs. I'm going to get them down and do another mop on the floor. Wasn't very many. And do the sides of the windows. The windows retrieve in when we remove the air conditioner. I'll do that. Opposite wall. Doing a good job. I can hear my blue jay. I fed them earlier this morning. I only give them peanuts once a day. They must hear me in this room because they're near the window, wondering what I'm doing in here. I'm going to spray down the shelves. They need a little TLC. Just going to use the bang here. And we're going to spray down the other one. Get it nice and clean before we put knickknacks on it. I'm going to hang up a couple pictures in here too of photos that I've taken with my camera that we printed. And then I'm going to get a picture for above the bed, but nothing too heavy. I don't like to have things hanging over me. I'm going to get the blanket on the bed. My blue blanket. We're going to keep Sarah's blanket from when they're home because I like to sleep on the couch from time to time. I'll sleep in here occasionally. Get the room nice and organized and cleaned up for when they do come home. Christmas and Thanksgiving break. Now we're going to start putting things on the shelf after I hang up this shelf that my mom had when I was a kid. And I kept it all these years. Put up 2 of the tacks to secure it. And I won't put anything heavy on it. My mother got it at some kind of a flea market. I've had it ever since. I have one similar to it, a different size in the TV room near the couch. Making sure that it's level. Kind of hard to see without someone looking from behind to help you out. Looks good. I'm going to hang up a tack here and one on the opposite side. My butterfly picture. I took that butterfly here in the village at one of the flower beds that doesn't exist anymore. There are not a lot of wildflowers I've noticed this year. So hopefully people are going to preserve the ones that we do get every spring and summer. So the butterflies have a place to land on and the bees can pollinate. You don't want to have all those flowers disappear on you. It's not a good thing. Now I'm going to put some stuff on the shelf that I pulled from the TV room. Just to declutter the TV room a little further. I like that skull. I got it at the Dollar Tree. Most of the knickknacks came from the Dollar Tree. I took a picture of this Canadian geese. I am French Canadian. I'm half. My dad's full-blooded. So is my grandparents. My grandfather came from Quebec. I'm going to put some stuff on this white shelf next to the bed. I'll keep my aerosol there. My phone's going to go on the shelf with the headphones when I'm listening to music. I like to listen to headphones so I don't bother the rest of the people that live in the building. We try to keep the volume down. It's a nice, quiet building. I'm going to mop this side of the floor now with the same Dollar Tree Swiffer and the bang. Starting to feel clean and organized in here and less cluttery, removing those 2 huge pieces of bulky furniture. And when Sarah does get their apartment, we will get them a TV stand for their TV. We're going to probably pick them up a Roku for Christmas one year so they can have a modern TV. The other TV is about 15 years old, doesn't have Roku on it yet. I think it does have Netflix through the Xbox, though. I'm going to shove the hangers all the way to the right. We're going to probably bring more hangers down to the dorm next time we visit him for extra clothes, because the winter stuff will stay in the tote until it gets cold. Just going to get all that stuff off of that rack in the dining area. That rack will be taken down and put into storage, and I'll hang on to it in case we need it. We're getting near done. Let's open the door and see what we did. I like the rug. It gives it a pop of color with the blue comforter. Not too much on the shelves. Nice clean line. No clutter. Just a little bit of personality in here. Curtains are going to stay. I put the cabinet in there with a few things. Going to have some extra storage space. If you're new, don't forget to smash on that subscribe word. We do giveaways every 100 subscribers. You need to be subscribed and a U.S. resident in order to qualify. If you're new, comment, become a part of the growing community in order to qualify. If you've won the past 60 days, you have to wait that out. If you've been called and you don't answer within 2, you'll be disqualified. We're also looking for 10 people to give out one 5 items prize pack from the Dollar Tree valued at $6.25. Same rules apply. My email is countryboots1268@yahoo.com. If you have any questions about the giveaway rules, they're listed in the description box down below with our social sites and players lists.